God literally giving me an out to not tell the story again. But yet here I am, ready to answer the question again, and I will tell the story. I am determined to tell this story. I want the world to know that I shit myself when I was 20 years old. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this channel. My name is Brian Aldana, and I bought this microphone for unit cost $16. I say unit cost because it came in a pack of 2. Now, welcome. Today, I am doing something exciting, something a little bit different, something a little bit fun, as I think all my videos have been. So if you haven't watched any of my videos yet, please go to my channel, comment, like, subscribe on all of them. Go watch it right now. Maybe one day I'll do an ASMR video if that's something that you're interested in. If this green light is off at any given moment, you'll let me know, okay? What was I gonna do? Okay, so like when you were a child, like in middle school, which this is giving middle school, so this is great. Ask.fm, remember that? Um, I definitely did it, but I was a loser in middle school and high school and kind of all my life. And so this is great and amazing and exciting. And this is really triggering those same exact feelings that I had in middle school when no one would ask me anything. But today we actually had questions. You would think out of 760 followers, and if you're one of them, slay. And if you're not one of them, go to my Instagram and follow it right now. I post all the time, everything about all the stuff that's happening in my life. That being said,
What the fuck was I saying?
with that being said, I posted a little Ask Me Anything anonymously, and the people responded. The people asked questions. I didn't think this many people would ask questions, so I'm excited to dive deep into them. I don't know if these sent in order, but it's okay because I'm sure most of these are going to be cut out anyways. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. I post every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because I live in San Francisco, California. And so okay, I don't know why I was saying that. Anyways, let's go ahead and open the first question. What's the stupidest thing you thought as a kid? The most embarrassing thing you've ever done. So this is a 2-in-1. This is a 2-in-1. I'll answer the first. What's the stupidest thing you thought as a kid? I was a stupid child. I'm still a stupid child. I think on a scale of like how, like common sense scale, I think I'm like in the middle, which leaves like a lot of room for stupid stuff and thinking. So let me think. I think the first thing that comes to mind is the day old trick that every parent um, like convinces their kid into believing that if you have the light on while you're driving, the cops will stop you because it's illegal. And so there were several times when the light would be on when we're driving, or my parents would turn on the light, and I'm like, "No, mom, no!" But that's the biggest one. I used to think that, as many people, if the light was on when you were driving at night, the cop would stop you and it would be illegal to turn on your light in your own fucking car. Anyways, next, the most embarrassing thing you've ever done. Oh, that's a good one. I've done a lot of embarrassing things in my life. Oh my God, you know what? A story is going to come up now. And this is both embarrassing and stupid of me. So I was in the spelling bee in elementary school, 5th grade, Miss Knup's class. I won our class's spelling bee. I was on top of the world. No one could beat me. No one could put me down. My ego inflated. I was unstoppable, one could say. I mosey into the, I think it was the gym. Yeah, I mosey into the gym to have this school-wide spelling bee. Tell me why I was the first kid to get out. Could I tell you the word that I got out with? No, I couldn't, but I could promise you it was an easy one. I think the word was like, it was an SC word, like decision or something. And I had switched up the S and the C. I know how to fucking spell decision, but the pressure. And here's the thing, they also made you go in alphabetical order. So my name starts with an ALD. So, like, I'm going to be in the front. Any one of us could have been the first kid, is all I'm saying. And I just happened to be the first one. What's in your top Spotify songs? Oh, was that a ploy? Did I send that? I didn't send that. But whoever's asking, thank you for asking because I love sharing. Y'all, I don't know any of my passwords. Hold on a sec. This is incorrect.
That is not correct.
I I used the wrong email. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on a sec. I'm in for real now. Okay, let's do top tracks. Oh shit. Okay, so the last 4 weeks I have been listening to Quinny nonstop. So that explains that. The album, 10 out of 10. It's called Flounder. You should listen to it. My last 6 months is Taylor Swift's album. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie, but also not embarrassed at all because Karma, Sweet Nothing, Glitch are top tier songs, and I stand by that. So, as you can see, I'm the person who listens to albums at a time, and so I am now obsessed with Quinny's album Flounder. That's what I've been listening to for the past 4 weeks. Makes sense. Adds up. Last 6 months, Taylor Swift. I ran that album to the fucking ground and back, so that makes sense. All time. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. My all time is just Olivia Rodrigo. It's Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. My top songs are either Taylor Swift, Quinny, or Olivia Rodrigo. What would you do if you? What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes, would go? Now, I've been thinking about this critically.
Um,
Now, for me, I think my answer is no, actually. I think if yes, okay, when he said, I was also like, no, you know? And if a man asked you, would go, like, I don't think I'd go. So I think my answer is no. Thank you for asking. Next question. You can only eat one food for the rest of your life. What is it? That's a good question. That's a good question. I love a lot of food. My favorite cuisine is Mexican. And if I had to eat one thing for the rest of your life, I'm going to be that person. I'm going to say tacos. I'm going to say a good taco because tacos come in every shape and size and variety. You can get, toasted tacos, fried tacos. You can have all the condiments that you want to add, the sour cream, the cheese, the tomatoes, the lettuce. You can have chicken tacos, shrimp tacos, beef tacos. I don't think I would ever get tired of eating tacos. I love tacos. Anything Mexican, I will. You know the ongoing joke of everything Mexican is just the same three ingredients? It's just a tortilla, a meat, and a cheese. And I'm like, what do you mean? A burrito? It's just a tortilla with meat and cheese inside. A taco is a tortilla with meat and cheese. A picadita, sope, is just a tortilla with meat and cheese. Nachos, it's tortilla with, you guessed it, meat and cheese. So I love that. Those are my favorite things. So I can't complain. Next question, sent in by someone that wants to hurt my feelings. What's your biggest insecurity? I don't know. I have a lot of insecurities, I think, but like physically, I'd probably say my hair. I think my hair is really annoying and it changes every 2 to 3 business days. And I wish I could have a hairstyle that just stays and then it just like flawlessly is perfect. Emotionally, I'm don't know. I think I'm a pretty secure person. I don't really care. I think I went through a phase in my life where I just realized that nothing matters. Not to quote everything everywhere all at once, but nothing matters. And not the nihilistic way, but in the way of like, who gives a fuck kind of way, which is nice. It's freeing. It's amazing. Feel pretty secure emotionally. So I don't know what I could say there. Anyways, the next question is asking me into threesomes. I'd love one with your boy. Now, let me get real serious with you. I posted this on my Instagram story. I have like 760 followers that I've accrued since high school, maybe early middle school or late middle school. So there's a lot of people that I follow from my past, my future, not my future. Well, I don't know my future. Well, this question is asking me something. that, I've had conversations with my partner about this, as you should with your own partner. If you haven't had a partner to partner conversation about um, how you feel about threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, orgies, any other sexual endeavors or escapades, I urge you today, sit down with your partner, have that conversation. Um, and right now, we are at a place where we are happy where we are. And if my partner feels uncomfortable with me sharing any of this, I'm sure this will be edited out. But if not, right now we are where we are, and and that is that. Thank you so much for sharing your interest. We'll definitely keep that in mind to anonymous person who sent this in to answer your question. Right now, the answer is no. I know, sad. I think you'd want the answer to be different, and that's okay. Cheers. Um, Next question. What are you working on right now? Okay. So this is a great question. I think this question could be anything, mean anything, but I'm just going to lay down the works for you. I currently work part-time. And I'm currently a part-time student. And I said this in my first video. If you haven't watched my first video, go back, watch my first video where I introduce myself. But I also have a lot of downtime because I stack my shit on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where I just do all my classes, all my homework, blah, blah, blah. Friday morning, I do my homework assignments, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Are you following still? But that leaves, the weekends to do whatever I want to do. And so currently, I am working on music. I always threaten people with music. Me every day, me read or a tweet that was like, if you get this to 1,000 likes, I'll release this as a, and then it's like, oh, I was hacked. That's me right now because I obviously like it when people listen to my music. I obviously like it when people think the music is good. I'm working on a project right now that I'm calling an album that is like 20 plus songs. Um, I have an album title, I have a concept, I have music videos that I'm thinking about making. I'm thinking of making this an actual rollout for a project because I think it'd be exciting. I think my first project that I put out there that came out like a year and a couple of weeks ago, I was in New York City. I was excited about it. I released it, but also immediately got unexcited about it because I dropped it and no one cared. And that's totally fine. I think that's a given. I think the people that love me in my life really like it and do listen. Y'all, I was answering the question, the weirdest place you've ever gone to the bathroom, and my phone ran out of storage. And, God said, you really don't have to tell the story. Please do not tell the story. I'm giving you an out. God literally giving me an out to not tell the story again. But yet here I am, ready to answer the question again, and I will tell the story. I am determined to tell this story. I want the world to know that I shit myself when I was 20 years old. But before I do that, I think I was in the middle of talking about this project that I'm really excited about. No one listened to. My sister, I love you. Shout out to you for listening to the project. The question's long gone. Right now, I need to tell the story about how I shit myself because the question was the weirdest place you've ever gone to the bathroom. The answer to that question is that I shit myself next to some public bathrooms that were next to a stadium on the campus of the Stanford campus for undergrad. Now, let me tell you the story. Let me paint you the picture. My partner at the time was driving us back home from brunch, I'm presuming. I actually don't know if that's exactly what was happening at that time. I don't remember, but we were driving back to the campus, to where we live, to where I lived at least. Um, he was so kind enough to drive us home because I was like, oh, I'm not feeling well. I think I just want a passenger princess for our way back home. But honestly, it was like a passenger prisoner because I was ready to go home. I felt like I was held hostage by the shackles of the car. And so we're driving home and we're about like 5 minutes from where we live, but we are on campus. We're entering the campus territory. And I was like, oh, I know there's restrooms available here. Pull the fuck over. Pull the fuck over because I need to go fucking right now. I cannot hold on for 5 more minutes. I feel my whole unclenching already. So the second that we pulled on campus, there's these restrooms that are outside. They're like built out foundational restrooms. They're not like porta potties. It's like a step up from a porta potty, right? And so we pull over. I ran my ass to that restroom that was like 15 feet away. Now, this is where it takes a sharp turn because at this point, I'm like, yes, I'm going to be able to use the restroom. I am so excited. I love this. We made it. We made it, baby. And we're going to go home not shitting ourselves. No, I held onto that handle and I pulled. And when I tell you, full body shivers went down my whole entire existence, my soul, my energy, my aura, because that door on that fateful day did not open. Now, if you're an IBS girly, which I can't claim to be because I've never been diagnosed, but I know something's wrong down there. You understand what this feels like because when you are ready to go, you are ready to go. My hole at that point was completely unclenched, was ready to literally release as I was sitting down. It would have been boom, done. Now, when that's stripped away from you, and now all that you have left is an unclenched hole and no prospects, then you have to do what you have to do. And you're right. Yeah, that's what I did. I had to do what I had to do. And so right there next to that door, I could tell you, I probably didn't think about it. My body was like, this is what has to happen next. And so when that door didn't open, I went ahead, pulled down my pants in public, out in the open, and I shit myself right then and there. Right then and there. You know, when I think back about it, should I have kept my pants on? Should I just shit myself in my underwear and move on and, just stood up in the car and drove back home and went straight to the restroom? Maybe. But at that given moment, you're not thinking straight. You're not thinking anything. All you're thinking is, how do I release this cannon that's about to flop out of me? And so, and cannon is it's a loose term there, okay? Because nothing solid was coming out. But with that being said, I shitted, and I shitted out in the open. I shitted out in public, and next thing I know, I was like, okay, well, the damage is done. The damage is done, and now it's time to assess the damage that has occurred, and how do I cut my losses? How do I move on from this? And so I look around, and thankfully, it's like seasonal in NorCal in the Bay Area, whatever seasonal means. But there was like leaves around the area. So I was resourceful. And I used what I had. And when that wasn't enough, I then shouted to my then partner, who was so gracious, so kind. Hi, I need some napkin. Screaming as I am still pants down in front of this public bathroom out in the open. Hi, can I have some napkins, please? I know I have some in the glove compartment. Brings out the whole fucking stack of napkins that I have. And it still was not enough, but it did what had to be done. I had like 2 remaining and I had an option of, can I clean or should I just? And so I patted myself and the damage was done. I had to keep going. And so I patted myself. As I was wrapping up, my partner was so kindly blocking me because, again, out in the open, booty hole was out. And this old white lady decided to come up with a dog and ask, are we okay? Now, I don't know about you, but if I see someone crouched over next to a restroom, butthole open, shit everywhere, I think my last thing would be to come up and ask, are you okay? Because, girl, the answer is no. And furthermore, I need you to step out of my restroom because this is a private space of at least 10-meter radius, and you are encroaching on that space and you need to go. So to answer the question, the weirdest place you've ever gone to the bathroom is that. I have no further comments. Thank you so much for sharing. Who was your crush in middle school? I just licked it. Is that ASMR? Just like that. So this is interesting. I'm gonna be real honest with you. In middle school, I was questioning my sexuality. I was. You heard it here first. In middle school, I was already questioning my sexuality. I was wondering who I liked, why I liked them. And it was confusing. It was a confusing time in middle school. And as you all know, people were dating, and possibly some people out there, no shaming, but we're already in cahoots in middle school, doing things that, maybe 13-year-olds shouldn't be doing. Shout out to the two people who got caught in our restroom doing the deed in a public restroom where everyone can see. I don't know. Anyways, um, who was your crush in middle school? I'm interested in knowing who this is because why? Why are you asking? I think I had two very flagrant crushes in middle school, and I remember them deeply, and I remember them to yeah. It was there were deep crushes, and these were people that I was friends with. Yeah, I was questioning my sexuality, so I did have a girl crush and a boy crush. And so I don't know if I should say names, and I kind of just want to spill the deets because this person's genuinely interested. And I want this person who asked to comment down below and be like, oh, I knew it. Or, ooh, yeah. Or, ooh, and out yourself because I'm outing myself right now. And there needs to be some sort of camaraderie, some sort of back and forth exchange here because I'm interested in knowing why. And if this is someone who wasn't in my middle school, and this is like a random person, I still want you to validate this. But comment down below. For any of these people, if you see your question pop up, comment down below. I want to know who you were. I want to chat about these questions because they're so funny to me. To me. But anyways, their names was
Ryan.
now you as the viewer can decide if that's something you care about or not. Thank you so much for sharing. So those were my middle school crushes. And this was in 7th grade. And then to put the fucking nail in the coffin, they ended up dating each other. I know, rip, right? And this is I was impressionable. I was young. I was like, wow, I'm never gonna find love again. My two besties that I had crushes on are now dating each other. My life was over. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that serious. Next question. Would you ever get with me? Ooh. For the sake of this video, I will blur out the initial that is attached to it. And I don't mean to out you, person, because I don't know many people with this initial. So that leaves very few people who I think this could be. And to answer your question, I love you very much. And I am in a relationship in which we are close. I talked about this earlier in a relationship that right now we are not looking to be open. And so, does that answer the question? Next question, favorite color. Ooh, this is a deep cutting question. So I put a hello. My other one just died, so hopefully this picks up perfectly fine. Oh, oh! I need to finish this video before this one also dies, so I'm gonna power through these questions, and by that I mean I probably gonna take the same amount of time that I was gonna answer them anyways. My favorite color is midnight blue. My favorite color is midnight blue, but I love a lot of different colors. So my second favorite color is green, but not just any green, obviously. I do like the alpine greens. I like the greens that are more forestry, but not like yellowy. No yellowy, but also not bluey. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be a deep green. And so I think alpine green is my current green favorite color right now. Midnight blue has forever been my favorite color. And then next up is probably a yellow. Like solar power yellow. Solar power. Next question. Do you believe in any conspiracy theories? I believe in a lot of conspiracy theories. Now, a lot of conspiracy theories are rooted in the fact that our government is, and this is an American citizen talking about the US government, and this video is not going to be blocked and trigger 1,000 fucking people listening to me, but it is what it is. Our government hides a lot of things that they do, a lot of motivations, a lot of reasons for things. And as a typical American citizen, we don't realize how much our lives are at stake every day because at the end of the day, we're just pawns for political like motivations and political adversaries. And the government has no problem putting our lives in danger if it means that they can have power and stick with their power. And that is something as a citizen of most countries, you have to come to that realization. And it's a scary thought to have. And this is mostly rooted in like anti-black, just promoting white supremacy, the war on drugs being a reason to lock up black and brown people, mainly black people in this country, and forever being gaslit by the government that that was not the case. And then you hear it leak and you're like, maybe that wasn't a conspiracy theory. Maybe this was the truth, because it was the truth. So those are the conspiracy theories that I follow. I also don't believe we went to the moon. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. We probably did, but maybe not, This goes back to the political shit. I don't know. I don't care. I love watching 35 to 1 hour and a half videos on YouTube about random ass conspiracy theories. But obviously, you have to take into account that most of them, some of them are, is just like anti-Semitism or like just like deeply rooted. There's like two fields of it. It's like some conspiracy theories are rooted in white supremacy, and then some are rooted in anti-Semitism. And so you have to really think about critically, which look at yourself in the mirror and think, am I thinking about this critically? Like aliens building the pyramids, maybe question a little bit. But does that answer your question? I love conspiracy theories, but just have to think critically about them, Do you have any tattoos? Girly, do you know me? Do you follow me? Yes, I have tattoos. If you want a tattoo video of a breakdown of all my tattoos, LMK, comment down below. Cool. Last question, which I think it was meant to be kind of mean and spicy, but maybe not. Maybe they were just like, girly, is everything okay? Now, the answer largely at hand is no. Everything is not okay. The world is in shambles. It's shit. We're in a world where climate change doesn't matter. Policy and politics are just a grab at fascism. Christians are crazy in this country. Anti-Semitism, anti-Black rhetoric are existing in our daily life forever. And yeah, I think it's really hard to live this life. It's a scary life out there. Now, me personally, if I think about myself right now, everything is okay. All those things you battle with yourself, hopefully you think about every day, because as you should. But also, I have so many beautiful things and beautiful people in my life that I love just existing. I think taking myself out of those conversations when it gets a little too overpowering is important. And finding music, friends, this outlet of YouTube where I just sit and talk for a couple of, an hour at this point. Oh my God. This video was supposed to be 10 minutes long. Now we are like probably a minute. We're probably like close to an hour at this point. But to answer your question, everything okay? Yes and no. And I hope you feel the same way too. I hope everything is okay with you. Yes. But also I hope everything is not okay. And you realize that as well. Now that is the conclusion for my video. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck through the whole thing, please comment, please interact with me. Let me know what you guys think of those questions. And if any of you submitted those questions, comment down below if you want to expose yourself, if you want to out yourself, or if you just want to have a conversation down in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a little kiki. Let's do it. Anyways, shout out to all of you. Love you all. And I will see you in the next time. I think next video, I might be doing something fun, something different, something crazy. So please subscribe if you want to stick around and watch it. Post every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to get notifications, subscribe to the channel. Bye. Am I doing this bad? Am I doing it right?